Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing some more Victoria 3 and we are playing as the United States. So I wrapped up my Sweden series. I formed Scandinavia. It was on the older patch. I definitely had a lot less knowledge of the game when I started that, so it was definitely in a rough spot. But I got one of the achievement I was gunning for, so I feel like that's good enough for me for that series. So I've opted to start a new series, and this time I'm going to play as the United States. My goal is to get what is it, Go West Young Man, which is to fully own the Pacific Coast and have high population in all three of these states. I think it's 250,000. So that is our primary goal. A secondary goal, I'm gonna go for Starsworn Banner, but not necessarily super hard. So if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'm not going to be disappointed. But I'm going to use a lot of my knowledge that I've gained from playing the game to try and perform a much better playthrough this time. And I'm going to try and be a lot more descriptive as well. So first things first, we'll take a look at our politics. So our president is Andrew Jackson. He is a part of the rural folk. So the current government we have are the planters and the rural folk. If we bring in the industrialist, we lose some legitimacy. So the intelligentsia wants to join the Whig Party, as does the petit bourgeoisie, and the evangelicals would like to join the Democratic Party. So we definitely want to bring all them into government. If we bring in the industrialists, we do lose a little bit of legitimacy, but I think it might be worth it. Bringing in the armed forces, not so much. So I definitely think we will bring in the industrialists as well. I think they would be very useful for our government. We'll have all of our political parties filled up here. So I will take that. And let's look at what laws we could pass right away. So we do have a mission to get rid of slavery, and we could try and push for this. But it's really going to irritate the southern planters. And I don't think we want to do that quite yet. So we could try to switch to like appointed bureaucrats or something. I don't really want to go towards censorship. Guaranteed liberties is something that I believe Andrew Jackson wants to push through. And it wouldn't irritate too many people. So I think I am going to push forward with guaranteed liberties. Now that will cause us a bureaucratic shortfall. I believe we have insufficient taxation capacity in in New York anyway, so I definitely want to consider building some government administration there. We are currently on low taxes, which is going to help with our radicals and our standard of living. I could go all the way down to very low taxes, which would help even more, but might be a little costly. So that's a consideration. We could also consider adjusting our government wages. The petit bourgeoisie and intelligentsia are currently... No, I didn't want to click there. So the intelligentsia and the petit bourgeoisie, they're both currently in the Whig Party. The petit bourgeoisie would be very irritated if we did that. We would actually take on their malice, which would be xenophobia. So less influence and more radicals from discrimination. I don't think we want to do that. So we really don't want to mess with those too much. We do have 400 authority. So I think I'm going to pass some consumption taxes. We'll do a services tax. I feel like that's always a good one to pass early on. And then maybe a tobacco tax and a luxury furniture tax. Yeah, we'll put those two on. So that's going to give us a good chunk of money to start with. We start with a very large gold reserve. Active researches, we're pretty far ahead of time. We even have railways. So pushing for like nitroglycerin might be useful. Or we could go all the way over here. We could go and consider getting something like nationalism. Yeah, I think we're going to go for nationalism because I believe we need that to go for our Manifest Destiny journal entry. Yes, we need nationalism. So we're going to go for that because we definitely want that to be in place. So we need to look at what we need to build. So our market, the most expensive thing we have is luxury clothes. We do have some demand for it. Same thing with porcelain. Groceries, on the other hand, I think are a lot more important right now. So groceries are definitely a consideration. It does say clippers are expensive for us. So we could also consider building like one shipyard or something, but I think that's going to even itself out. If we check our furniture manufacturing, we do make more money from going to luxury furniture. So I think we're going to do that. Glassworks, if we go to ceramics, we have a shortage of dye. So I don't think we want to do that yet. The LeBlanc process, I don't think is worth it yet. We could go to military shipbuilding, but same deal. I don't think it's worth it. We could build cannons. I think I am going to start building cannons, even though it's going to cost us a little bit. I think it's a worthwhile investment. Can't do public transportation really yet. We go to rural. Well, we should first make sure we're using harvesting tools. That's easy. That's an easy upgrade. We should go to intensive grazing, as well as slaughterhouses. And I think we should go to soil enriched farming for our maize farms. And maybe go to citrus orchards. And we'll go to vineyards on our wheat farms. Everything else looks to be set up pretty good. Hardwood production, yeah, we'll switch to that. So that's all in good shape. Most of these states are not incorporated yet, so we're going to need to start working on that once we get our governing, our bureaucracy up higher. But for now, we need to look at what we need to build. So the main thing is we don't have enough taxation capacity in New York. So let's build like 4 more government administrations there. We'll double check our journal real fast. We have the slavery debate and Texas statehood. So I do want to start improving relations with Texas in case they don't get conquered by Mexico. They probably will, though. For relationships, let's start improving relations with Great Britain and France and Spain. And then we are going to rival. Do we have anyone we can rival? I don't think so. I don't know. Let's go and check our diplomatic actions. Rivalry. We could rival the Netherlands or Spain. Let's rival the Netherlands. That'll net us some more influence, and I think that's worthwhile. Don't really want to rival Spain quite yet. Neither of them want a defensive pact with us or a alliance. I could annex the Indian Territory. I think I'm going to wait to do that, though. Instead, I think we should immediately make a play to start growing our country. If I do want to go for the 100 States achievement, I should start expanding early while I can. So I'm going to puppet Haiti early on. Should be a fairly easy diplomatic play. I don't think anyone major would get involved. Because we have a, what is it? National militia. We actually don't have much of a regular army. We're mostly going to be using conscripts initially, so even though we're a very large country, taking on anybody too large is going to be a little costly for us, so we don't want to do that. We have some unproductive trade routes. Let's take care of those. These are goods that my people are looking for. I don't know how many of these things I should really start going, because this is going to mess with our... it's going to mess with our convoys, but we do have plenty of those right now, so maybe we'll get some tools from Britain, some tools from France. Do we have any trade agreements? I think we have one with Britain. No, we don't? Oh, we do not. Liberia is a protectorate as well. I should probably consider puppeting them, if I could. I would have to reduce my relations with them, which I think is weird that you have to reduce your relations with somebody to get yourself a better control over them, but hey, whatever. Tools, iron, and clippers are expensive right now, so yeah, if I go for iron from the British market as well, that'll help. Let's get things speeding along, see if anybody jumps in on our diplomatic play. Worcester versus Georgia. We're going to add the Indian removal to the journal, so United States has enacted no colonial affairs, is not discriminated against, or Cherokee is not discriminated against in the United States of America. No Cherokee pops remain in the United States. Okay, so Cherokee peasants in Georgia will move to Oklahoma. Many Cherokee people will die along the way. I could offer some money. It'll help them a little bit, but I don't want to spend money on anything like that. So let's do that. We can go ahead and lower our taxation. We have plenty of extra money. Haiti should just surrender if no one helps them. I think it's going to be worthwhile to boost the intelligentsia. I mean, they actually are pretty good, so maybe we'll just lower that. I think that'll be fine. Still no one jumped in the play. France wants a trade agreement. I will definitely take a trade agreement with them. And yeah, Haiti does just surrender. So that is good news for us. That is going to give us a little bit of infamy. And like I said, that was mostly just to start pushing for the extra states. Just get some territory in our hands really early on. Once Central America splits up, I'll probably start picking away at them while I have time to. The atmospheric engine, let's boost our throughput. That'll definitely be useful. And now let's look at what other buildings we should start considering. Tooling workshops, I think, are a good idea. So let's get some more of those. We'll build 5 in Ohio. It does look like the Texans are going to lose their war. Crusade for Change. 10% momentum to the Whig Party or extra enactment chance. Let's go for the enactment chance. There we go. So we got it. Nice and good there. It's definitely going to help out with our interest groups. It also makes the intelligentsia very happy. So it looks like the industrialist and the petit bourgeoisie have left their parties. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. And it seems the rural folk have switched sides too, so there's definitely some jumping around going on with our government. That's alright. Let's see if we can pass any other laws initially. I wish I could go to a professional army, but can't quite get there yet. We could push for colonial exploitation, but the rural folk don't like that, so I don't think we're going to go for that. What if we do dedicated police force? Everyone except the planners likes it, so let's push for that. A better police force will definitely be useful for us. Vermont gets 25% migration efficiency. I don't think we really need to jump around with anything like that right now. And the industrial is losing some of their what's it called again? Their approval is not great, but you got to do what you got to do. So I feel like because we're about to upset the planters, maybe we should make them happier. Yeah, let's appease the planters for now. We have a lot of colonies being built as we colonize the North American region. And yeah, we're kind of just waiting for our infamy to die down and looking for opportunities to push forward. So losing out on our chance to get Texas is a little annoying, but not totally undoable. Winfield Scott or Daniel Webster. Well, I don't want to be a slaver, so we'll go for the abolitionists. The election is over and the Whig Party won. So we need to reform government. Probably take these two out of it. That'll boost our legitimacy right up to 100. So we'll do that. It's going to upset him a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. Henry Clay is now President of the United States. He's a pacifist, so there is that. He is Dixie. So that's definitely good for us. We still have a good chance to enact the dedicated police force, which we will do. Fugitive slave. Should we find him or should we not? I think we're going to jump back and forth on those, so we'll take that one. Alright. So I could look to, like, conquer Texas. I think that might not be a bad idea. It'll give us a little infamy. Mexico, France, and Britain. Mexico has 12 plus 17 units. Let's see what we can do here. So they want more reparations. That's fine. Britain is actually leaning towards Mexico in the diplomatic play. That's annoying. I think I should start mobilizing my generals, so let's get them going. We'll put one down there, we'll put one up here. Okay, so Britain did join them, and it does not look like France will join us. Really? Now, why would Britain join them? I thought we were friends, Britain. I thought we were buddies. We had a trade agreement and everything. I could really push for this. By activating conscripts. I will recruit another general. Let's go for, let's go for Nicholas Dandridge. Oh, and we should mobilize him as well. I'm going to send him up to right here. You should be on this front. I'm definitely going to push for Mexican war reparations, though I'm going to have to do a big war. So I think Britain's involved in another conflict, so them jumping in is annoying, but they're at war with Great King right now, too. So I don't think I'm going to have too many issues. They are sending a lot of men here, though. Wow. They really don't want us to take Texas, apparently. Britain, Britain, Britain. Alright, so we're going to do a couple of these. We're going to bring in some New Yorkers, some South Carolinians, some Alabamans, and some from Indiana. That should help our numbers a little bit. Hopefully we can make the pushes we need to real fast. But I guess we'll see. Great Britain sending more men here. Aren't you at war with somebody else? I'll death war you. I don't care. I'm going to activate all my conscripts. I'm just going to make sure this war ends. Texas is rightfully ours, so we're going to take it. The party will never end. Sounds like a good choice for me. It's going to take the conscripts time to get to the front lines. But with any luck, those pushes will be good for us. We could try and get the rural folk to help us. I think we'll go for that. Oh, I need to take another one of these. So I think we'll go with improved fertilizers. Why don't you help push here? Yeah, we're just going to keep on pushing in. We're losing a lot of money now. We'll take the prestige, and I'm actually going to go up to medium taxes. That'll salvage our economy a little bit. And we're going to attempt to push them. Those are garrisons, so they're just defending. This is a pretty neck-and-neck war, and Great Britain backed out, so that's good news. With Great Britain gone, this war is going to end fast. Move to here. We'll just keep forcing them along into the Indian Territory. I'm going to go ahead and recruit like one more general. And I'm going to send him to help up here. I'm going to lose this war, aren't I? Oh, man. Well, that's a poor start. I did not expect Britain to jump in on that diplomatic play. Like, I thought I had a good relationship with them. I didn't think that they would do something like that. They're being invaded? Who are you at war with now? You're being invaded by Great King. Oh, man. Henry Clay retires from office. John Calhoun is removed from office, and Henry Clay retires. I want to get rid of John Calhoun, too. So, Nicholas Dandridge is now the President of the United States. And we also have a new leader of the Southern Planters as well, who's our Admiral. So yeah, Great Britain lost that war. That's what you get. That is what you get for jumping in on my war. Alright, so let's take a look at our market. We can recover that later. It's definitely annoying, but what am I supposed to do, right? I made a push, didn't work. Now we'll take one more look at our market. Furniture, glass, and paper are expensive. So let's remedy that. For furniture, we'll build a couple more furniture shops in New York. For glass, we'll build a couple more glassworks in Ohio. And for paper, we'll build some more paper mills in New York as well. So one unsuccessful war against Mexico, a successful war against Haiti, well, successful diplomatic play against Haiti, and I think that's a good place to call this episode. So if you liked the episode, I'd appreciate a like. If you really liked it, I would appreciate a subscription, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.